Hi guys, welcome to MoonChild Serendipity Tarot. So I'm back again with another reading on the one-on-one relationship between BTS members. So today we're gonna use only these two decks because of the pre-meditation before I do this reading. Before I start the reading, just the usual, this is not about ship, I'm just looking at the spiritual connections between two people. Simple as that. And I'm going to take whatever the cards give me. Some readings are longer than the other ones, I don't know why, but I tend not to pay attention to the time when I was doing the reading. I'm always fully concentrated on the readings and the cards. I don't pay attention to how long it goes. So if one is longer than the other, it's not my intention. But the usual, we're gonna pick out one unit from here. I think this is the eighth one that we are doing today. Let's see what we got. We got Jungkook. So that Yoongi and Jungkook is SUGA and Jungkook, right? The lamb skewers duo. It's so cute. Right, let me get organized a little bit, and we're gonna be using this one on Jungkook, and this one's gonna be on Yoongi's perspective, and also I'm gonna use it to look at the overall energy of their connections as well. So let me move this aside, and we'll start with the general energy of the connection between Yoongi and Jungkook. So we're looking at past, present, and future. So let's look at the how was their connection in the past? How was the connection, the relationship in the past with between Yoongi and Jungkook? This is Yoongi and Jungkook's connection in the past. Right? Okay, so we've got Six of Swords in the upright position. So I feel like in the beginning, it is pretty hard for them to get to know each other. I feel like both of them have had to kind of leave their comfort zone to, not like leave their comfort zone, but they had to do something that they were not used to be able to, break the ice between the two of them. Because the Six of Swords is like leaving behind the mental struggles, the thoughts, the old thoughts and thinkings that doesn't serve you anymore, and that's not good for you or not beneficial for you anymore. So I feel like because both of them are introverts, so maybe the way this relationship started, it was I would say it probably was hard for them, because neither of them would approach the other one first. Like they would just be watching one another and like trying to, I don't know, because they had to start working in a group, but I felt like initially at the first place they were kind of like circling around each other, just watching the other person's reactions, or like trying to test the water before they dip in, kind of feeling like maybe it would be more on Jungkook's side because he's younger, and he joined the group later than Yoongi. So maybe at first he would feel like Yoongi is kind of cold, and because the swords always give me the feeling of like someone's really cold, like on the surface. So I think at first Jungkook would feel like Yoongi was a little bit cold to him and like really hard to approach, and hard to please. So Jungkook would, I guess, Jungkook would have to be really careful with his actions or behaviors around Yoongi. So he said, because he didn't want to piss Yoongi off, or he didn't want to do something that displeased Yoongi, and that is, I feel like that is kind of suffocating for Jungkook and for Yoongi as well, because I feel like because Yoongi is what we call a tsundere, right? He's warm inside, but he's just it's hard for him to warm up to people. It takes time for him. So maybe I feel like at first Yoongi felt how Jungkook felt towards him, and like he knew that Jungkook would have to, he knew that Jungkook had to be careful around him, and that makes him uncomfortable as well. That makes Yoongi uncomfortable, that Jungkook had to tiptoes around him. But then he didn't know how to change that. But I think eventually both of them had to, step one foot out of their comfort zone, like did something they were not familiar with. Maybe Jungkook had to just jump into Yoongi's personal space or something like that, or Yoongi initiated something for Jungkook to be less shy around him. But what I get from this card is like both of them had to do something that they were not used to do in order to break the ice between them, like in order to kind of like start establishing the relationship between them. But that breaking steps, like that steps, however small it is beneficial for both of them. It is good for both of them. And I think now when they think back about it, they will probably be really glad that they did the things. I don't know what it is. I'm just guessing with all the example here, but there's something that they did There's something that they did, both of them, that before they had not thought that they would do that to the other person, but they did it anyway, to make it more comfortable in their connections. And now we're looking at the current connection between Yoongi and Jungkook, the current relationship between them. So Yoongi and Jungkook. Wow, okay, this is cool. So we've got two cards, two beautiful cards. We've got the Five of Cups in reverse, and we've got the Two of Cups. So let's talk about the Five of Cups in reverse. I think these go well with the Six of Swords that we just got. It is about leaving something behind. It is about like getting out of the grief phase. It's about getting rid of something old that doesn't serve you anymore. Because in the upright positions, this card is like crying over spilled cups, but she doesn't pay attention to. She has 5 cups, right, and 3 of them were spilled, and she was so sad and upset about it. But actually, she still had 2 left. So if she look at the bright side, like if she has a more positive perspective, things would be better. Like she wouldn't have to be crying So when it is in the reverse position, I feel like what I said, when they look back at how things was between them, how things were between them at the first place, like with the Six of Swords, they would feel glad that they did the thing, the unexpected things of them. So they broke the ice between them and kind of established the relationship from there. Yeah. Let's see if I get some other message out of this card. And I feel like maybe with this card, they has helped each other through some really important moments in their career or in their life or in their personal development. Like when one of them was really sad and down and like really desperate, the other one helped them through that. So it's just a really great kind of support emotionally. And then let's talk about this beautiful Two of Cups. This is like the soulmate cards. It's just like so comfortable and a lot of love. Like they love each other so much, and like I feel like when they're around each other, it's always fun, and like they can always make. There's this light feeling, and then the atmosphere around them will always be like light and lively and like it's very light-hearted, very uplifting, very cheery. All those words don't like usually come with Yoongi, but I feel like when he's with Jungkook, he changed. So like he will be more like funny and giggly, and he will show more emotions when he's with Jungkook. And I feel like they are kind of like equal in these connections. So there's no distinctive borders or line between a Hyung and a Dongseng, because you know like Koreans are very particular with their like social hierarchy, but to me with Yoongi and Jungkook, they don't really like draw a clear line between them. Of course, like things like honorifics and like research, certain level of respect are still there, but they're very comfortable with each other. They can joke around, they can have fun around with each other, and they really understand each other. Like with the Two of Cups energy, I have to emphasize that they really, really, really understand each other, and like they feel each other as well. They get on super well, and that is why they when they look back, they feel glad about this Six of Swords energy. And it's just like it's so fluid, and I feel like they know and they want to you know stay together in a good, like, work together and be around each other for a really, really, really long time, because they are that close. They're really close to each other. Really like appreciate and treasure the other one another, and very like this trusting feelings. Like they really trust each other, and they know that they can always count on one another. Like when I first used this deck to read with my best friend, like the one who got me into tarot reading, we got this card too, so we will always call each other Two of Cups, and so I really love this card. So it's safe to say that Jungkook and Yoongi are like best friends, really close. Now we're looking at the future possibility of connection between Yoongi and Jungkook. Three of Swords in reverse. Now, Three of Swords, when it is in upright position, it talks about heartbreaks, disappointment, something that really hurtful, and something that you like you're helpless about, the situation that you can't change. But when it is in reverse position, and it is future possibility, between Yoongi and Jungkook, I feel like future possibility, because now they are in such a good position with the Two of Cups. I don't feel like this is between them. I don't feel like there's gonna be like this huge argument and they're gonna like cry and like break the connections or whatever. No, I don't feel like it's about them, but I feel like it is some things that happened to either one of them, and that event would be kind of like devastating to this person if it happens, and oh, okay, I got the message now. So I feel like the possibility, the future possibility of these connections is like probably something kind of like a heartbreak. It doesn't have to be a romantic heartbreak. It's an event that breaks your heart, kind of thing. So like maybe you trust someone and they stab you in the back, or something that there's a huge disappointment and is this heavy feeling of being helpless and hopeless as well. And so I feel like that kind of situation would probably happen to either Yoongi or Jungkook, and even though they are the Two of Cups, they wouldn't be able to ease that feeling from the other. Like this event would be too damaging. So even the energy of the Two of Cups couldn't really like completely soothe the feelings of the person that this happened to. I don't know if it's Yoongi or Jungkook. I can't tell, but it will be either one of them. And like the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups would, like the other person would really want to help with the situation, would want to make this person feels better, but they can't. Like they feel like they can't do it because the Two of Cups are not enough to soothe this situation. Kind of feel like it helps just a little bit, like the support, the being there for one another, and just silence company would help too, but it doesn't really solve the problem. It doesn't really soothe the situation, kind of feeling. So both of them would feel kind of helpless and suppressed and kind of depressed as well, but for different reasons and for different feelings. I don't actually get a time frame for this event, like when it's gonna happen, but I don't think it's gonna be soon. Probably 1 or 2 years, but we will get to. We will see other cards if there is any connections between the cards. So now let's look at Yoongi's perspective on this connection with Jungkook. How does Yoongi see his relationship with Jungkook? Let's get it up. How does Yoongi see his relationship or connections with Jungkook? the Devil in reverse. I thought I should check this one as well. We've got the Two of Swords in reverse. So how does Yoongi think about his connection with Jungkook? Two of Swords in reverse. I think Two of Swords in reverse. And the Devil in reverse. Okay, just give me a second now. Trying to decipher this card. So I feel like for Yoongi, this relationship with Jungkook is something that he can't really control. Like I don't know, but when I look at this Devil card, I picked up more on Jungkook's energy, and it feels like to Yoongi, Jungkook is like it's like an untamed spirit, or like the way Jungkook thinks and acts, his perspectives on life are very different from Yoongi, and Yoongi doesn't really understand Jungkook's thoughts and actions sometimes, and he feels like he can't control or he can't change that about Jungkook. Also, with the Two of Swords in reverse, I feel like with this connection, because Yoongi he feels like he can't control this, so it goes in the directions that Yoongi has never expected it to be. So probably like when they started with the Six of Swords, he never thought that he could get close to Jungkook. Yoongi never thought that he could get like best friends feelings with Jungkook or with anyone even. But eventually, like because of the effort they both put in, now they are at this stage of this Two of Cups, and I think that takes Yoongi by surprise. Even like every time he thinks about it, he'll be like really surprised, like oh my god, how did we get so close? But it's not a bad feelings. It is a good feelings, like a gratitude that oh my gosh, how did this happen to me, and how did we make it this far? But still there are these feelings of how do you call it, like some things are like unsure and what do you call it, like unstable, or like he doesn't know where would these connections between them go. Like I'm not talking about like career-wise, because that's like pretty much something else, but this is like their personal connections, like spiritual level kind of things. So I feel like Yoongi would feel he would not know if they can still be close in the next 2 years, 3, 5 years, 10 years. He doesn't know where it goes, because Jungkook is very unpredictable in Yoongi's eyes, and that makes their connections unpredictable to Yoongi as well. And to someone like Yoongi, he doesn't like things that are unpredictable, I guess. Like, because when it is unpredictable, you kind of like, I don't know, it's just these unsettling feelings, and maybe that has something to do with this Three of Swords in reverse as well. Like because I feel like now they're very close and understand each other and very comfortable with each other, but I feel like Yoongi knows, or he feels that if something really, really serious happens to either one of them, they, like, the connection between them will not be sufficient to get them through that whatever happens to them, like the serious things that happen to them, like the Three of Swords in reverse. So I feel like Yoongi knows that the connections are not strong enough, I guess, are not. It doesn't, and it has never gone into the direction that he thought it would go. So it would surprise him every now and then, and it is just this unsettling feelings from Yoongi's perspective. That's what I got from these two cards. Now we will look at what is Yoongi's role in his connection with Jungkook. Okay, so we have Three of Wands. Normally the Three of Wands in their upright position, it talks about like teamwork, working together, but to me these particular cards, it doesn't really give me the feeling of working together, but it's more like they're following this one to climb on top of the mountain. So I feel like Yoongi to Jungkook in this relationship, he's more like a mentor, like a teacher, and like someone who lead Jungkook to be in the right directions, like to help him to stay on track. And I think it's right, because the way Yoongi talks about Jungkook is he's talking about his kid. Like I remember one time Yoongi said, if I had a son like Jungkook, I would just be happy just watching him eating. And I think like he treats Jungkook like a kid as well, like his little brother, and he would take care of him. He would show him what is right, what is wrong, like, and he would be his mentor, his teacher. He's the one who leads him, takes his hand and leads him through the road, like something like that. But yeah, Yoongi, and it's like this one is, he goes first, and he would look out for anything that is threatening or dangerous, so that he can warn the other two. So I feel like that's what Yoongi does with Jungkook as well. Like he would look out for him, and he would try to protect him and try to make it easier for him to walk this path of growing up and of being a superstar and things like that. He would put himself out there first, to see, like he would make himself the tester for the water if it's safe enough for Jungkook to go in. That's kind of feeling. So a teacher, a mentor, a protector kind of feelings, like a what we call in our language is like a mother hen chicken, like trying to protect her chicks. Yeah, that's kind of feeling. And now we're looking at how Yoongi sees Jungkook in their connections. How Yoongi sees Jungkook in their connection. Right. So we got the moon in reverse. So again, to Yoongi, Jungkook is a kid. He's very quiet, and it's not easy for him to open up to other people, and he's a deep thinker, and and there's always something mysterious. Not like mysterious, but there's something in him that Yoongi can't never tap in, like that there will be some thoughts or some layers of thoughts in Jungkook's mind that Yoongi would never be able to understand fully, or like Jungkook would not let Yoongi to tap into those thinking or feelings, even though they're very close, like the two of cups, but they're still, because in Yoongi's eyes, Jungkook is open to him. It's like this card is like open to like to be submerged, or like to take in the power and the light of the moon, but when it is in the reverse position, I feel like he's open but not fully, maybe like 85-90% to Yoongi, and he takes Yoongi's advice very serious. Like he's hungry for Yoongi's advice and talks. So it's like I feel like whenever they talk, like a serious talk, Jungkook would look at Yoongi with his big eyes and like very big eyes and like round mouth, like this Jungkook meme that we have. He would look at Yoongi like that and like drink in everything that Yoongi has to say. But still, there's some really deep layer in Jungkook's mind or in his world that Yoongi can't tap into. He can't, like he's not let into those areas. But maybe that's the cause of all this like unpredictable feelings, unsettling feelings, and the feelings that when something major happened, Yoongi would not be able to have Jungkook, and that feelings kind of bother Yoongi because he wants to protect Jungkook so much, like the Three of Wands here. But I feel like he knows that there would be certain topics or like certain areas, aspects of life that Jungkook doesn't discuss with him, not like hiding from him, but like not yet comfortable to share it with Yoongi. And Yoongi knows that, and I feel like he's patient, and he would just be there for Jungkook all the time, and whenever Jungkook was ready to share with him, then he would then play his part. But for now, I don't think he would push Jungkook or anything. He'd just be there, like gentle, like the moon. Like the moon for me is really, really gentle. And if I'm not wrong, this is the energy of what's the sun? This is the energy of Pisces. I don't really like associate tarot cards with horoscope unless it's very strong energy, but I think it's Pisces and it's Yoongi's energy. So now we're looking at Jungkook's perspective on his relationship with Yoongi, his connection with Yoongi. So how does Jungkook see his connection with Yoongi? How does Jungkook see his relationship with Yoongi? We've got this Eight of Swords. How does Jungkook see his relationship with Yoongi? I think this kind of have the same message with the moon in reverse here. It's like Jungkook still not fully 100% comfortable or open in this kind of connection, in this relationship. I feel like there is something that keeps him from expressing himself fully to Yoongi. I don't know what it is, because Source is always about like the thinking, mind, decisions. It's all about like mental stuff, the things that happens in your head. So I feel like Jungkook is being trapped by one particular thought in his head. I don't know what it is, but these thoughts, he thinks that because of these certain things, or certain beliefs, opinions, or whatever it is, because of this thing, Yoongi might look at him differently, or it might change, it might affect, it might hurt this relationship between him and Yoongi. So he wouldn't like, he's not comfortable to break this, like to share this thought to Yoongi yet, or like to show this part of him to Yoongi yet, because it's like this cocoon, the butterflies is ready to break out of the cocoon, but it hasn't. It has not dared to do so because it's afraid that all these thoughts will hurt itself. But it can't hang in there much longer because it's hanging on a source as well. It's soon going to be like falling down, and it's going to get hurt either way. So maybe it's better to take it in his hand and do it intentionally, so it would lessen the damage on the relationship. But this damage is all Jungkook's imagination, and it is his thoughts, it is his perspective. That he thinks that if he shows Yoongi this and this and this, it would affect the relationship. But I don't think so, because of the Two of Cups, Three of Wands, and also the Moon in reverse. Yoongi is very patient with him. He really loves him, and he just wants to protect Jungkook. And he's not that type of judgy person, even though he seems to be one. But he would not judge the one he loves like Jungkook. So I feel like, I don't know, I hope whatever it is, with the Ace of Swords, Jungkook would, think it through and maybe like open up to Yoongi more. We've got many swords here today. Let's see what's going. Whoops. We're not gonna take that. I haven't asked the question. What is Jungkook's role in his relationship with Yoongi? This is strange. What is Jungkook's role in this relation? I need another card to clarify that, because I don't get Three of Swords 2 times in my readings often. I need a clarification. What is Jungkook's role in his connection with Yoongi? Jungkook's role in his connection with Yoongi? Wow, okay. Okay, so we've got Three of Swords and Death. Now, how can I interpret this? Jungkook's role in this relationship. Well, let's look at Death first, because it's not, well, as scary as it sounds. It's not always a bad card. It signifies like new start. Like it's life is in circles. So when one thing's finished, new things happen. So in order for new things to happen, old things need to die and like needs to be out of the picture. So you have room to welcome new things. It's not always a bad thing that you lose something. So no, it's not a bad or omen or anything. But then we've got the Three of Swords again. And we're talking about Jungkook's role and his connection with Yoongi. Okay, so what I'm getting here, it's like, okay, this is not, I'm trying to make it positive, but this is the feelings I'm getting from this card. Because we've got the Two of Cups for the current situation, we also have the Three of Wands. We also have this Five of Cups in reverse, which I talked about before. So I feel like Jungkook's role in this connection with Yoongi probably is his revised the stage of Three of Swords to Yoongi. So probably like this. What do you mean? Like, what do you think? What am I saying? We have many swords today, and I'm like, it's running through my head. So I felt like Jungkook. Oh, okay. I'm getting the words now. So that Jungkook probably has shown Yoongi that there is other ways to do things. There is other ways to open up to people. I feel like this particular Three of Swords, it doesn't have to do with this Three of Swords card here, but this Three of Swords, to me, it speaks about Yoongi before. He's dropping himself inside, like he keeps everything to himself inside. He doesn't want to show it to people because he's afraid of getting hurt. He's afraid of like putting his energy out there for people and gets negative energy back. Like he's afraid of sharing himself and getting hurt. So he just keeps everything inside, and even if he's bleeding, even if he's hurting himself, it was okay for him because it is his doing. Because I think the way Yoongi thought about this situation was like, it's better that I hurt myself than letting other people hurt me. That's kind of attitude, and it's like a self-sabotaging attitude. And I feel like with the Death card, Jungkook would probably have ended this self-sabotage phase of Yoongi, and I feel like because Yoongi has talked about his depression long ago, so maybe to me Jungkook has a big influence in helping Yoongi getting out of this stage of this Three of Swords. Because to me this Three of Swords card is not about other people, it's not about other people hurting you, it is you hurting yourself. It is you that wrapping this string around this sharp swords and let it bleed. It's internal, it's not other people's doing. So if this is to me, this speaks about Yoongi's situation and his attitude towards things. And with the Death card, I feel like we're talking about Jungkook's role in this relationship. So he shown Yoongi that this is not the way to deal with things emotionally. Even though Jungkook was also an introvert. But he probably has other ways of dealing with his emotions rather than just like taking it all in and hurting himself. I feel like he has shown Yoongi other ways to deal with his emotions and probably help him out of this Three of Swords stage, like put an end to it and like kill the depression for Yoongi. Of course, it's not 100% his Jungkook's doing, but he has a really big influence in that, in ending that. Wow, that was heavy. And now we're gonna draw one last tarot card on how does Jungkook see Yoongi in their relationship and their connection. How does Jungkook see Yoongi in their connection? Right, we've got two cards, maybe? Yes, we do. This Father of Wands and the Emperor. Wow, okay, a really strong energy, like fatherly energy here. Totally goes well with this three of Wands here. So the mentor, the leader, the teacher, protector, father figure, someone he admire a lot, he idolize him as well. But at the same time, because we've got like father, so he respects Yoongi like an emperor, and he like look up to him. He's like a big tree. So in my language, we have this expression of like your grandpa and your father will always be like these big oak trees, or not like oak trees, the trees with provides the shades for you to shelter under. So like, well, to say that they will always protect you. So that it gives me, this Emperor cards give me exactly that feeling. So Jungkook looks at Yoongi like someone who would protect him at all costs, and he trusts Yoongi so much he can lean on Yoongi at any time, like any given point. He's respect him a lot as well. Like probably like anything Yoongi says to Jungkook, he would take it like the Bible, like he would follow it like the Bibles. And then we've got this Father of Wands, very influential. Like Yoongi has really great influence on Jungkook, in shaping him into the one that he is today. Like father figure, takes care of him, a big mentor to him, show him where to go, like keep him on the right track, show him the right directions. Just great like respect and admiration that Jungkook has for Yoongi. And he probably doesn't realize that he has done so much for Yoongi with his Three of Swords and Death. He has helped Yoongi a lot as well, but he probably doesn't know that, and he's still like, he takes Yoongi for like really big influencer in his life. And if I'm not wrong, like if I remember it right, Jungkook also thinks of Jimin as an emperor as well. So I feel like he's idolized his Hyungs a lot. Like he's still the babies. Oh my god, he's like, look up at the Hyungs with big doe eyes and like, Hyungs, everything you do, I want to be like him. That's kind of feeling. So now we get to the oracle cards to see a message about Yoongi and Jungkook's connection in the relationship. Right, we've got, when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. I think that goes well with the Two of Cups. Like now they can be very joyful around each other and like enjoy the other person's company, that kind of feeling, and they feel supported from one another as well. And then we've got, I always trust the direction of the universe and know I am being guided. So once again, they are grateful for what they've done to get out of this Six of Swords, Five of Cups, and getting into this Two of Cups position now, that they're very, very grateful of the journey that they have walked together, of the things that they have shared. And I know these cards talk about the power of the universe, but to me it's always like, it's a miracle that the 7 people of BTS got together in the first place. It's like, it's got to be something like from the universe. It's not something that you would see ever again. So it's something very special for the 7 of them. Right, we've got some more cards. Okay, wow, okay. We've got luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on us. So this card is like, whatever it is they do, luck is on their side. So I hope it will help with the situation of the Three of Swords here. Both of them are pretty like blessed, especially Jungkook, I guess. So yeah, it's just a really good card. It's just lucky. The word says everything. Luck is on their side. Now we. We've got choose love. You always have choice. Make yours with love. I think this speaks to the Three of Swords in reverse here. So whatever happened to them in the future, to either one of them, I hope that they know that they have people that love them around. They have the other person, like with the Two of Cups, and they always love each other so much. And I hope if this Three of Swords in reverse situation happened to one of them, they would be reminded, or they will remember that the other person will always be there for them with love and support, and nothing else, just like pure intentions. I don't think either one of them would judge the other, like whatever they do, because now they understand each other, really understand each other, so they will not judge. They are like family now with these fathered ones and like weird ones, so I don't think they will, but I feel like they don't fully understand the connection between them. They still have this feeling of unsettling and like afraid to be judged, but I hope that if something happens in the future, they will be reminded that love is the most important things that connects them, and it's the foundations of everything, of these connections. And once they remember that they are loved by one another, they can get through anything. Yeah, and now we're gonna have one last card for this connection between Yoongi and Jungkook. We've got star seeds. What lights you up? So maybe one of them is a star seed, but this is topic. You can Google for yourself, but it's a pretty broad and overwhelming topic. So I don't think we can discuss this in this reading. But what lights you up? I feel like star seeds has someone is very spiritual. And some of them have this healing, and there is this healing ability, and there's always this really calming and serenity aura around them. So I feel like with this, what lights you up. Because we talked about this Three of Swords and Death, and also Three of Wands and Two of Cups. I feel like they Yoongi and Jungkook, they have each other shine in different ways, but it's in very different ways. But they have light up the fire in the inner fire in one another, and they light them up, like career wise or spiritually speaking, or like just the feeling inside. They change what, like, I don't know, they help one another grow and be more positive. Like, they bring more positivity and they bring more light into each other's life. That's what I get from this card. And they inspire one another as well with this Three of Cups, Three of Wands we have here, and Five of Wands as well. More like Yoongi inspired Jungkook, but the other way around as well. Jungkook inspired Yoongi as well, and like kind of motivate Yoongi to be a better person, because they're very different. So they kind of like ignite the other one another's passions, and it's kind of like when they look at each other, they see a different world. So they are motivated to grow and to take in differences into themselves, and like to, you know, open themselves up to possibility. That's what I'm getting. So yeah, I think that's all that I have for the connection between Yoongi and Jungkook. Yeah, I hope that I cover everything. I hope that you enjoy the reading as well. Let me know what you think, and if you're new to my channel and you enjoy the videos, please consider to subscribe to the channel. I did other readings and you can check them out here, and otherwise I'll see you in the next reading. Bye!